All right, we're yelling clear in 3.
All right, should I close the door? You want?
All right, everyone yell clear. Just open the door. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Clear!
So this is more of a interesting flight rather than a flight vlog here. So why don't we just get into it and I'll explain to you what happened on this day. This flight started out as any normal flight would have started out as. 4 guys, me, Mo, Carter, Jaden, flying to, I think it was Rio Vista. We were going to go pick up the RV-12 for Jaden and Mo to fly back. Then we were going to head to the San Martin airport and see if we could snag some food there for the food truck event. And then before we came back, we would touch down at Palo Alto. I would drop off Carter. And then I would head back to San Carlos. But little did I know that November 901-338 was going to kick me in the butt and give me an engine fire when I was on the ground trying to start back up at Palo Alto. I did not get any video footage of the fire, at least, but I did get footage of when we were trying to start up in Rio Vista, which was kind of concerning since it took us like a little bit of time, like around 3 to 4 minutes to get the engine started, and it wouldn't get started even though I did a flooded start, I did a hot start, I did all these different types of starts, and it wouldn't start. So, yeah, I'll show you that clip here right now. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
It's okay. So after like 6 attempts, the engine finally turned over, and it just kind of felt a little bit odd to me. But at the same time, this has been a regular occurring thing that happens to this plane, which it was hard to start. So we didn't really think much of it, and we headed to San Martin Airport for some we had some Thai tea, but yeah, we went to San Martin, and I'm just gonna skip over San Martin because it's kind of irrelevant. Well, actually, while at San Martin as well, we kind of had a hard start up there as well. And then when we got back to Palo Alto, that's when the fire actually started. So I'll go ahead and explain what happened when we got back to Palo Alto. So by the time we got back to Palo Alto, it was like around 3:30ish, 3:30 to 4 o'clock, and I had just shut down the plane. I just dropped my friend Carter off, and I was the only one in the plane. The airport manager did start to come out, and I think he was going to tell me to park somewhere else since I couldn't park there. But since I was already kind of starting up again, he let me kind of just sit there. But I went through the normal start. It was not starting as usual, so I did a hot start. Put the throttle all the way through full, or I did a flooded start because I thought I flooded the engine. So I put the engine throttle all the way full, and I had the mixture all the way to idle, and I did that. I started to try to start the plane, did not turn over, and just don't understand what was happening. But basically, I tried to start this plane. The plane didn't want to start, so I sat there and I waited. I was just kind of like fed up at that point, just because the plane wouldn't start. So I texted Nate. I was like, "Hey Nate, plane's not going to start. What can I do?" He didn't reply to me, and I was just waiting there. I was sitting there and waiting there. And then the next thing I know, I smell, that nasty smell of burning plastic. So I put my nose out on the Piper, there's like a little window on the side where you can yell clear or open it up for fresh air and whatnot. It's kind of like a window, but since the Piper doesn't have a big window, it has that small little hole there. So I stuck my nose in that hole and I started sniffing, and I smelled the burning plastic getting even worse. And I thought the burning plastic was just because the plane was hot, and my camera was probably melting or something, because I smelt it before. But then after that, you start smelling burning fuel. Now that was a big red flag. I kind of looked out the front, and from the cowling you can see white wisps of smoke kind of rising and escaping from the cowling. And at that point I was in denial. I just didn't realize that why is this happening to me? But as I was doing that, the cabin started to fill with smoke. So that was when things started to click. I had to get out of the plane, grab the fire extinguisher. So I did that. I got out of the plane. When I got out of the plane, I looked at the bottom of the cowling, and oh God, it was raging with fire. It was on fire. It was scary. But I turned back into the cabin and I grabbed the fire extinguisher. Little did I know that was only for the interior, so it didn't really help me much. But I still grabbed it. I took the pin out, and then I went over to the fire and I tried to put it out with this dinky little fire extinguisher, which didn't quite work. And then I tried to put this thing out until my fire extinguisher eventually ran out of fire retardant, and I couldn't really do anything else. So I just kind of stood there thinking, what could I do? I called Nate. Nate didn't really pick up. Sorry, Nate, if you're watching this, but Nate didn't pick up. I tried to call him a few more times, and there's no one around. And I'm not in the plane, I'm not on the radio, so I don't know if air traffic control is calling the airport manager or someone to come help me, because I don't know if anyone's noticed that my plane's burning and it's pretty much engulfed in smoke, black thick smoke. So at that point I was just kind of shit, what do I do now? But thinking about it, I turned off the master and all that stuff, and all that was all off, and I think the thing I did was I dropped the fire extinguisher and I ran over to the terminal, since it was right there off to my right hand side. So I ran over there, probably missed the fire extinguisher that was on the light pole, but at that point I was kind of panicking. So I went over to the went over to the terminal. I banged on the door. There was no one there. I thought the airport manager would be there because he just went in there. Apparently he was in the bathroom, but I banged on the door and I was like, shoot, no one's there. So I ran back to the airplane, and at this point I'm thinking about what do I need to get out of the plane, and all I'm thinking about is like my logbook, because that's like all my hours right there. But as I'm thinking about this, I see a CFI and a student coming by, and then I see the fuel truck guy turning around the corner. I try to wave him down. I think they start coming towards me. Then out of nowhere, the airport manager shows up and, has this big fire extinguisher, and everyone's around the plane helping me out, trying to put it out. And thank God, it was only the engine section that was charred and things were melting from. But yeah, I'm just happy that there was a CFI there. There was the fuel guy at Palo Alto had the first engine fire that started on this plane. This was the second time that it caught fire. And then the airport manager who had the fire extinguisher actually helped me put it out, which was all really nice and helped a lot. It kept the plane intact. And yeah, I mean, that's basically how it went down. I mean, after that, the police showed up because I think, they called the police to come check it out, see if we needed the fire engine or the fire department, which we did not need because we put it out. But after we put it out, we kind of like assessed the damage of the plane, and the CFI that was there kind of noticed that he noticed that the lights were still on, and I mean the master was off, the avionics were off, everything was off, and the key was out of the ignition. So I mean, it didn't really make sense why the lights would be on, and we figured out that the battery did not turn off, and it just kept running and running and running. So I mean, with that, I could not leave the plane. Nate finally picked up, and I told him that I just had an engine fire. He said he would be down, after he finished up stuff there where he was. And then I called Jaden. Jaden wouldn't pick up. Sorry, Jaden. But yeah, Jaden wouldn't pick up. I called Mo. They were driving somewhere, and then I told them I just had an engine fire. They turned around and came to Palo Alto as well. And I told my mom I had an engine fire. It didn't seem like she was really scared at all or anything, because I was like, I was okay. So that was that. They came to the Palo Alto airport. I had to cancel my tutoring session with my math tutor, and I just told him I had an engine fire, an emergency. I had to take care of some stuff. He was okay with it. But yeah, I just took everything out of the plane, cleaned it up a little bit since it had like, ash on it and stuff like that. I put it all away in my bag. I just sat there next to the wing until, all of them came by, and, eventually we figured calling the maintenance guys at Palo Alto or West Valley, and they told us we could just leave it on the ramp and let the battery die out. And so we did that, and after that we just kind of like went back home. Well, actually, we didn't really go home. We went to grab some food, some dinner, and then we kind of debriefed, talked about it, filed a what's that thing called, it ASARS, or what is this report called? I don't know what this is called, but it's a file or a report that you file to NASA. I think it's ASARS. You file to them, and then you basically tell your side of the story of what happened with this engine fire and whatnot, and then that gets taken care of and all that stuff. But yeah, the rest of the night kind of like calming myself down and figuring out what the heck just happened. And it took me a while to figure out that I just walked through a whole engine fire event, and I came out with no scratches, no burns, no nothing, no coughing in the lungs because of the smoke. I was basically like shiny as hell. I did not get a scratch or anything. But yeah, I'm just really lucky to be here right now. and I'm still flying. That did not scare me off, but I don't know if I'll be flying that plane anytime soon. But yeah, that's basically how this whole event went down. I do have some recordings from the air traffic control and when I was sitting next to the wing on the ground, which I'll go ahead and play over here next to me. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm going to end this one here. I still have a whole bunch of videos to edit before the year ends. But yeah, just learn from this experience and, be prepared. Go over those emergency checklists for the planes that you're flying and be ready, because you never know what's going to happen. It's just, don't take flying for granted and think that, you're going to make it out of every single, event, because the better prepared you are, the better you are to save that plane from burning down to the ground, if that makes sense. Anyways, here are the recordings, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cool. First is the rejected takeoff at Vacaville.
Oh yeah, that.
The door opened.
Okay,
up.
no,
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, to be fair, that's a 152. Those doors are.
That's not that crazy. This is even more crazy.
Yeah, this
than
is
that.
worse.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Hey, at least you have something to talk about now. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you in aviation? My
Okay,
engine
so
was
know,
fine.
What's something that most people wouldn't expect
cranked,
after looking at you first
I cranked the engine, right?
Yeah.
And I finished cranking the second time, right?
Yeah.
And I stopped it. I smelled something. Like it smelled like, lead or plastic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck my nose out the little window over there. And I smelled it got more potent. I was like, shit, something's not right.
Yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't seem right. And then I look out the front, you see a little bit of smoke, and I was like, shit, I gotta get out of here. So I dropped everything. I got the fire extinguisher. I tried to put it out. Didn't work, so I sprinted over there, see if I could get another extinguisher, and then that.
You dropped everything you did. You went to the fire extinguisher. You made sure everyone was around you was safe too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's.
I kind of just left the plane there and ran over there.
It doesn't matter. You tried what you did already. You tried to go get help.
If there was anyone near you, you would have gotten them to
That
get
man
out of
was
the way.
taking a piss, okay?
Yeah.
You know how long that could have been till he found you?
Yeah.
He probably would have watered the plane for you, but no, he stopped
The plane could've-
mid-piss.
The plane could have exploded before he even got to you.
Yeah. Or before he was done pissing.
Yeah.
Everyone could.
God thanks. I don't know what the phrase is. There was a CFI, I think it was part of West
Thank
Valley that
God.
came
God.
by.
Thank
Huh?
God.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. There's a CFI over there with a student that came by.
Yeah. No, but at least it's at it's at a West Valley home airport. Your maintenance
Yeah.
Hey,
team.
it's
so-
at
We're
Palo
not in
Alto.
Lodi.
yeah.
At least it's at Palo Alto, so the
We're
maintenance
not
guys
in-
don't have to get
we're not
there.
in
we're
Lodi.
not in Lodi.
Yeah. I mean, even though getting into Lodi, I don't think I would have been able to get out, so.
Yeah. No, I don't think. If we didn't have the baggage in the back, I probably could have gotten out of Lodi.
We might have been a little heavy.
Yeah. I might have had to do the bush plane takeoff.
What made you guys change your mind? Oh, Kingston.
Kingston. Also, I finally got him to admit that we had almost three pilots telling him not to do it, and then he was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't do this."
No, you know what was it that I decided not to go? I got a call from both Frank and Thomas saying the prop got changed, so watch out. That's the only reason why I did the pattern work.
Hey, just after our last landing, it's okay. I got changed back.
I'm
No,
kind of
no.
debating if I should tell Carter and Obed about it.
They're gonna find out.
So, I'm sorry, I have a big mouth.
Huh?
I'm sorry in advance, I have a big mouth.
His mouth is so
You
big.
didn't say anything yet, right?
I
No,
don't
not
say
yet,
anything
no.
yet. My parents know that's about
Oh, wait,
it.
that's right, your phone said.
My mom.
He would have used like pigeon message or something.
I just don't want it to get out.
Yeah,
I mean, like.
I think
losing-
that's understandable.
like,
That's a lot more of a plane than your actions.
Yeah. Like, losing the engine, that's
fine.
nothing, but, like.
You know, this engine was probably close to being overhauled anyways. Or completely overhauled.
Actually, can you get that for me? Let's see.
Watch it be passed over a haul or something.
I swear.
Shit, they don't even tell you here. 100 hour is due at 898 and halfway there.
What was the last engine overhaul?
What's that noise?
Fuck, that stings. It's the battery.
Is the battery dying?
A little bit.
Yeah, I saw the light. The light used to be hella bright when we sat down.
I think the magnetos are still running too.
Should we be concerned?
Huh?
Should we be concerned?
No, we're out of the props way, so we should be okay.
As long as no idiot goes up and hand props it. Me.
And we had the fire extinguisher there too, so.
We didn't run into Lee though, did we?
No.
No, I didn't think
Run
so.
into who?
The annual inspector.
This thing doesn't even give you a time for engine overhaul.
Oh wait, let's go. We should give Lee a call, tell him we made it back. Is it worth it?
I assume if we call
That's
him,
the last one to
there's a
make this
problem.
one, this plane IFR capable.
Oh, he's walking out.
Oh. There's a low tire pressure on the right side. That's been fixed.
Are you sure it wasn't the nose gear?
I was telling him about what happened with me in Flight Center on this plane. You check my left main. Yeah, your nose gear appears to be flat.
Is it? Was it?
You didn't hear the story?
You didn't hear my story?
I heard your story, but I forgot was it flat or not.
It wasn't.
There was no problem with it in Tower.
Yeah, you mind opening the baggage compartment?
Okay.
Is the battery still on?
Yeah,
Battery's
it's still
still
running.
Oh yeah, I can see the lights. But yeah, I just talked to the AMP and he said that it's located in the back. In the baggage compartment.
Look at that guy. He's letting his CFI push him back.
No, that guy's been flying. That guy just landed recently.
I know. His CFI.
Number 91338 Palo Alto ground. Roger, where are you guys going to drop off the passenger? You guys going to do it right there? Number 91338 Roger, taxi to the terminal via Yankee. Correction suggests Yankee Juliet. Hold short of Papa on Juliet for outbound traffic.
You want us to hold on Juliet here?
Number 338, continue on to Juliet, and the next taxi lane that you can turn left on is Papa. Hold short of that. Opposite direction traffic will make the turn on to Papa.
We'll hold short Papa for 23.
5010 Charlie, opposite direction traffic will hold for you short of Papa.
Opposite direction traffic in sight. 5010 Charlie will continue on Papa.
And number 5010 Charlie, squawk 0324, straight out departure. Departure frequency will be San Carlos Tower 119.0.
Squawk 0324, frequency will be 119 or 010 Charlie.
Number 91338, you can continue via Juliet. I believe either Tango or Uniform Row will get you the closest to the terminal for your drop-off.
Roger, Juliet and then Tango will take 4338.
Number 296 Mike Echo, ground.
6 Mike Echo.
Number 6 Mike Echo, can you see which aircraft off your, well, it should be straight ahead, a little ahead to your left. Can you see which lane the aircraft is on fire?
I did not see an aircraft fire. 6 Mike Echo. Looking.
6 Mike Echo, roger.
It's Tango Row.
Number 296 Mike Echo, thank you. Number 6 Mike Echo, are you also going on Tango Row?
Yes, turned on Tango Row, set down.
Number 6 Mike Echo, roger, use caution, please.
Will do.
Airport 1 ground, are you up?
Palo Alto ground, Skyhawk 715 Mike Tango, Cable Rose, taxi 31, right down button, information whiskey.
Number 715 Mike Tango, Palo Alto ground, runway 31, suggest Juliet Papa Yankee, taxi to Yankee 1 Zulu, advise run up complete this frequency.
Wait 31, Juliet Papa Yankee, Yankee 1 Zulu, would advise. Thanks, 5 Mike Tango.
Hey, Airport 1, this is ground. Just verify the gate over here near the tower is where the fire crews are going to need to go. Airport 1, roger. Tell them to go to the Advantage gate is that off of the Embarcadero on our side? Roger.
Again, I got the gate open and I'm standing by just in case they ask.
Airport 1, roger. We did let dispatch know. Not sure if they'll be able to get them the message in time, but they should be able to. Right.
Yeah, it seems to be, I put it out already, but just in case. Thank you. Airport 1.
Thank you. Number 60 Golf, use caution for vehicles. We did have a fire on one of the aircraft. The fire department should be coming soon.
Wilco, 60 Golf. 60 Golf, be careful with the fuel truck that's going to come in soon.
62 Golf, there may be some fire trucks coming in. I don't know if that's what they're talking about, if they're talking about a fuel truck making a turn.
Okay, we have fuel truck inside, so be waiting for 60 Golf.
Roger, meant to fire truck 6 Golf.
There's number 62 Golf. This is ground. We do have fire trucks on the way. They should be passing in between the Rossi hangar and the other hangars here shortly. I'm not sure exactly where they're at now, but just use caution.
Okay, should we wait here or we can start taxiing?
Number 62 Golf, you can continue taxiing for now, and if we need you to either expedite or hold short, I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks.
Ground Airport 1. It sounds like the fire department is not coming anymore. It's already been extinguished, so I'll get you guys a report in a little bit.
Airport 1, appreciate it. And what was the tail number on that? Was it 19338?
It was the Cherokee that just came into transient a few minutes ago. I'll get it for you in a second.
Roger, the blue and white one. Yeah, just let me know what the tail number is when you get a chance, please.
You got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Airport 1, is what's the extent of the damage to the aircraft, if any?
I'm not sure. I was going to guide the fire department through the gate, but they're no longer coming, so I'm on my way back there, and I'll let you know.
Airport 1, Roger. Use caution for Tabria taxiing on Juliet.
Copy that, sir. Thanks. Airport 1.
Airport 1, ground. And Airport 1, just verifying, what is the call sign, and did you guys get the extended damage figured out yet? And Airport 1, Roger, just when you get a chance, let us know what the extent of the damage is. I understand it has a lot of flame retardant on it. You can't really see what's going on with it yet. So yeah, just let us know when you get a chance, but I appreciate the call sign for now, and we'll talk to you later.